This episode of Not These Two Fucking Guys podcast is dedicated to the memory of Dimebag Darrell and Vinnie Paul, and to celebrate all things Pantera. I'm Rock.
And I'm Archie. Well, our opinions, they might not matter to some, but...
What are you doing in there?
It's a podcast.
Immature, crass, trashy. And those are their good qualities. These poor schmucks are a couple of IQ points away from eating paste. But when it comes to music, sports, and comedy, well, that's all they know. You're listening to
Not These Two Fucking Guys.
Not These Two Fucking Guys podcast.
Hi, can I speak to my friend Rocco, please?
How are you?
What's up there, Rocco? How you doing?
Fantastic. Yourself?
I haven't spoken to you in a while, man. How's everything going?
Going well.
Good. I missed you a little bit. I know you had some things going on in life, so have I. But we're back, and we're going to have a funny episode. You like how I'm predetermining how the episode's going to be already?
I like that. This is going to be our first one.
You and I should go to fucking SantaCon. So random for me to say.
It's weird.
Would you go to a SantaCon in like New York?
No.
All right.
That sounds, what do you do? Dress up like Santa and just go drink?
and pull some massive con on somebody?
Yeah, that sounds like not fun.
Not fun whatsoever, does it? What a fucking day.
Which just proves the point that people just like to get together for like make up any dumb excuse. Hey, we can make it fucking SantaCon, man.
Yeah.
Dress up like Santa and we'll drink.
Dude, want to go to Leprechaun?
You dress up like a fucking leprechaun. You drink.
And then what do you do? then you drink.
Yeah, I think people we have to start like justifying why we drink so much.
Yeah.
So they set up activities.
Very true. The day is coming upon us. December 23rd, you and I, with our fellow brothers Tim and Dennis, will be hitting the stage 11 o'clock in Clifton, New Jersey at Dingbats for That Metal Show Holiday Blast. I can't fucking wait.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Yeah, this is gonna be a lot of fun. This is definitely 6-7 months in the making. And it's time to put our money where our mouth is.
Oh boy!
And I don't mean your sister. I mean, but so the people out there that know or do not know is that Rocco and I are in a band called War for the Crown, and we are doing a 45-minute Pantera set.
Hope we don't fuck it up.
But we're only playing B-sides, only released in Europe. No, man, this should be a lot of fucking fun. I know we're playing with some cool bands, bro. If I'm not mistaken, I think we're playing with bands such as After Forever, a tribute to Black Sabbath, 6 Seconds to Mars. I wonder what that is. Motley Crue, and Billy Monroe and the Soul Survivors. December 23rd at Dingbats. Hit us up for tickets. We will get you some discounted tickets. Are $25. We'll discount them $24.50. We'll get them to you.
There you are. Archie delivers.
No, but definitely hit us up. This is gonna be fun, and I'm sure Don Jameson, the Andy,
Jim Florentine. Sir Edward Trunk.
Yeah. So this should be a lot of fun. So speaking of Pantera, as much as a fucking Pantera fan that you are, and I'm also a Pantera fan, but I know that you're a big Phil fan and a big Pantera fan. Their first show back in 22 years?
21, I think.
21 years?
Yeah.
Do you have an opinion? Did you see the concert? Did you watch
it?
I watched the full concert. I did. It was what? I think it was at a Heaven and Hell Metal Fest in Mexico, December 2nd. They did 15 fucking songs.
Yeah, man. It was.
We talked about this coming up, right?
Let me say this.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take off my Pantera fanboy hat for a second.
Okay.
I thought it was great.
All right.
I thought it was fucking great. Like Phil sounded as good as he sounded in the past 20 years.
Mm-hmm.
Rex is Rex. I think Zach played well.
Mm-hmm.
He's not Dimebag, but he kept it true to the style. Yeah, as you know, for no Dimebag, no.
Yeah.
I think the all-star was Charlie Benanti. Really fucking good. Really good.
I'm gonna back you up and agree with you. I think
they all looked like happy to play. I think that the only weird thing of the whole night was the fucking weird gloves Phil was wearing.
Skeleton gloves and a scarf.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I get it. He was wearing like a hoodie, and the gloves you can't see it. Then you take the hoodie off, and then the kind of like the gloves got to go with it too. There, Uncle Philip.
Yeah. I think he borrowed them from fucking My Chemical Romance.
Yeah.
I thought Phil sounded like Phil. I thought Rex was great. All right. So my opinion, I'll keep it quick, but I thought my opinion, Zach Wilde, like you, I thought Zach Wilde was great. Nobody else fills that shoes, right? In a way. Brothers, like they were good friends and shit. But it was Zach Wilde playing with Pantera. I wanted him to be a little more true.
I get it. I can see why you would say that.
I think Charlie fucking killed it.
Yeah.
Fucking killed it.
Killed it.
The only thing is now correct me if I'm wrong on this one. I wanted Phil. I understand you're 54, but I wanted him to go a little more like, oh man, my band hasn't been playing since 2000.
You wanted more stage presence.
I wanted more stage presence. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Back issues though? Neck issues?
Yeah. Neck and back issues, yes.
Then it's like, yeah, what's he gonna do?
Well, listen, homeboy should not be, nor probably can he headbang anymore.
Okay. All right. So I understand.
And
I get it.
I think that just knowing the history of Pantera and, how he's played over the years, I think he was really, really committed to sounding really good.
Yes.
And I think that in years past, when he was a younger dude, may have moved around more, may have, whatever, was probably fucked up back then. You have a different stage presence to you, but I think he really committed to sounding the best he could, and he fucking did. He did. So I put a little something together for this episode for you because I know that you're a big Pantera fan. All right, bring on Phil.
Ladies and gentlemen, Phil, Zach, Charlie, and Rex are not here. I wanted to bring some true Pantera fans onto the podcast. So I did some digging. I called in some favors, and I fucked up some friendships getting these people here, okay?
Yikes.
Are you ready for guest number one?
Absolutely.
Let's do this. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, we are connecting to audio.
Connecting to audio. Need video. Hold on.
Yeah, very professional.
Hey, just for the record, what do you do for a living?
I'm a mechanic.
Hi, Rich.
Hey, boys.
What's going on?
Everybody out there, I just want to let everyone know that this is a good friend of ours. He's a longtime Pantera fan. His name is Rich. I'm not going to give out his last name because, it says it on his fucking screen.
Look at that.
But we know he's a drummer. We've played with him for years, and we know that he listens to the music, not just, oh yeah, Pantera's fucking great. We know that he's going to give an honest opinion. So we want to have Rich on right now, and he's going to have 5 minutes alone with Not These Two Fucking Guys podcast.
I see.
Well, Pantera's fucking great, so that's all I gotta say, guys.
Right, have a great day.
Rich, what's up, man?
Hey, guys. Yeah, Pantera, man.
Did you see? All right, did you see the whole?
No, I didn't see the whole set, but I definitely watched some because I needed to see what this reunion or tribute would look like.
Yeah.
I mean, listen, back in the day when they broke up, it was like the worst thing for me ever. But then I always thought like, oh, well, someday when we're all older, they'll come back and do a reunion. But then, Dime and Vinny died. And I'm like, all right, that's it. I'm done. There's never going to be anything. And I didn't want anything at that point. I was like, I don't even care anymore. Like, Pantera's dead. These guys are gone.
Yeah.
But now, now I'm like, seeing it, I'm like, Charlie and Zach, two of the greatest guys to get to fill in for this type of thing. And I saw the video. I liked it.
Yeah.
I'm definitely going to go. I'm not going to not go. But still not the same.
Yeah. Yeah.
Honestly, it's not the same to me because I've been to so many live shows and like so many great memories in like late high school, early college years from seeing them live and so many times. Ozfest was great. There's just so many venues where it was just awesome.
Yeah.
Giant pits the size of the whole freaking Nassau Coliseum,
Yeah.
We got to see them on Ozfest, I think, right? Didn't we see Pantera?
Yeah. I think, were we together with that one?
I know it was with Rocky. I just don't know if I'm sure you were there somewhere.
Yeah. No, that was a good one though.
Rocky and I were previously discussing. I said one of my opinions were that Zach was great.
Yeah.
Charlie was the standout.
And I mean, I personally,
Arch going to score more harshly than we did, Arch.
No, it's not about that at all. No, listen, they sounded great. I mean, I've heard Vinnie live tons of times, and it wasn't always perfect live. It was still awesome,
Yeah.
But from what I heard of Charlie, I love that it sounded like he was really playing Vinnie's parts.
Yeah,
wasn't doing too much, like straying too much from the real parts, which I really like. Like I want to hear Pantera the way Pantera sounded, even though it's different guys.
Yes.
Like, play the covers, man. Play them.
Play So, on social media, he posted that he put a lot of time and a lot of effort into this gig because he wanted to be as true as he could be to Vinny.
Yeah.
Now, Zach, on the other hand, who am I to say anything? But Zach, on the other hand, learned the solos.
Yeah.
And to me, it sounded like Black Label Society was playing Pantera.
I pretty much knew that was going to happen.
But I thought it wasn't. I thought he was going to.
I was hoping it wouldn't, and he would just do Dime solos. But even live, like Dime would do kind of like different things than exactly what's on the album. But it's it's Dime playing. But yeah, I was hoping because when I was watching the videos, I couldn't hear exactly what Zach was doing like perfectly, but I could just kind of tell like it didn't have the exact Dime feel to it.
Yeah,
but I mean, who's going to have a better Dime feel than him? So I think we got the closest thing to it.
Yeah, and I like the fact that he didn't, which all the shit I like him for, Zach, with all like the squeals and stuff that he does. I'm glad that he didn't incorporate that into what this one.
I think pretty much everybody agrees on that because the squeals get that's his signature. Right. I really want to see his signature playing Dime's parts all the time. They don't have to be exactly the same, but yeah, if he did that, I probably would have been not cool with that.
Well, I'm just saying, Arch, as a guitar player, you could probably speak to this, right? After playing so many fucking years in the same kind of style, it's like muscle memory. I think your hands just move a certain way, and it's really hard to change and be somebody else. And not for nothing, I think the part that people overlook is there's like tremendous pressure on all of them, but specifically the two of them to have to fill in brothers.
Oh yeah, totally. Because there's a good 50% of the fans out there are like, no, fuck this. There's no more Pantera. Pantera's gone. We went with those two. But the thing was like once Pantera split up, they all went in their own directions. I still was never really into the new bands as nearly as much. No, I liked them; they were cool. Damage Plan was cool. I liked Phil's projects, but they were nothing to me compared to Pantera. So,
Rocky, did Phil sound better, different, worse with Pantera a couple days ago than Phil Anselmo and the Illegals covering Pantera?
So I thought that when they did that last little run with on Slayer's last go round, thought he sounded good. I think he sounded better this time. Now again, I don't know if it's just like the sound there, but he seemed like to me, not even take the sound away. It seemed like his cadence and like his breath, like he was able to like not like like the songs weren't too big for him, even at 54, however years old he is. Like, the breathing was really good.
I've been to some Pantera shows where he seemed like he was completely out of breath the whole time.
Yeah.
And I was like, I've seen so many of them that, they're not all going to be perfect. Plus, he was partying so much back then that like the guy just wasn't in good shape. He just wasn't healthy. And it was kind of, he wasn't that awesome on stage sometimes.
I wanted a little more stage presence from him.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's me being.
Yeah, he was a little just kind of moping around on stage singing, like where he used to be just like, rocking, moshing, moshing while he's singing. I guess that's half the reason why he probably didn't sound so great. But.
And this is me being a fucking 2-bit shitheel podcaster, fucking, like, what the fuck do I know? But all I'm saying is that, like, just from an outside perspective, from what the band used to be, but you can't judge them for 25 years ago. But I'm saying that, like, I just thought that, like, he's gonna come out there and like
just kill it up there.
Yeah, but like I was talking about Rocky though, I know he has like serious back issues and stuff.
I wouldn't doubt it after all these years of slamming like that. I don't know if he had any actual accidents or anything, but just slamming like that on stage, guys have all screwed up necks from headbanging all these years.
All in all, to be honest, I listened to the entire set today. Yeah, from start to finish.
Was that the Mexico show?
Yes.
Okay.
So now they're going to start doing festivals. I'm assuming they did this on purpose. They're trying this out in Europe and fucking in wherever they are, Latin America.
Yeah.
I don't know where they're going next.
Again, going back to arch geography, Mexico really technically isn't in fucking Europe. Stupid, but
it's in Antarctica. But anyway,
but they're going to fucking Europe. I know they are. I think they are. But I think they're doing festivals.
I think I saw something about them doing Europe.
Yeah. But they're definitely going to do a bunch of shows before they hit the States.
Yeah. They better. Because once they get here, this is where all the critics are here.
Yes.
You go to the other countries, how like a band could be not the greatest in America, and over there they're superstars. Like, you've got to come here. You better be on top of your game.
Fuck, we should have went over there.
we should have gone over there. We probably would have had something going if we went to Amsterdam or something.
After God rest the people from 2001 from the Towers, but when the Towers went down, we wrote that song. We wrote a bunch of material. We should have fucking fled. We should have left.
Yes, we should have. Yeah, well.
I think real quick though, while we have Rich, I think the fucked up part of why we thought there wouldn't be any more Pantera or whatever was that, like, so when they played their last show in 2001, nobody knew it was their last show.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? It just happened after.
Yeah, there's no goodbye tour, and it was just like, oh, that's it, they're split. And I'm like, what?
I don't recall that for some reason.
So they were in Japan actually, and 9/11 happened, and they had to get they were just stuck there, and they had to get back to the States, and then that's when I guess the breakdown between Phil and Dime and Vinnie, where like Phil wasn't either answering them, or he said that he wanted to take time off and do something else, and all of a sudden he wanted to tour with Super Joy. It was a whole a debacle of what, but I think that I think at that time. People, I thought they were never getting back together, even obviously before the whole tragedy was done.
I didn't either. I pretty much thought it was done, but I still at least had hope. And then when the brothers died, you're just like, all right, well, now Pantera's gone,
Yeah.
But hey, my feelings have evolved through time, and I'm excited to see what this is. Phil and Rex are still the originals, and I love Charlie and I love Zach. So,
one last question: do you think if Rex was the one that, I'm not going to wish anything on him, left, that was gone, do you think the band would have?
He's a bass player. What do you expect? Come on. Of course. Well, 50 other bass players lined up. Rex is all part of it, but my feelings, I think it would have went on.
Yeah.
I would have been fine with it.
Yeah. I know
Rex is great. He's great, but I grew up watching the Pantera home videos. So all you saw was like Dime and Phil and Vinnie, and Rex was around somewhere, but he wasn't ever the star of the show, even on these videos with them just goofing around as friends,
Yeah.
I think one of his biggest contributions, obviously besides the music, is I think he kind of held it together. He was like the fucking liaison between Phil and.
I mean, he must have had to be. Like, I don't know that much about their private lives, but he had to have been, because it seemed like they really butted heads a lot. And, you know, I mean, I think when Phil got really screwed up on drugs, it must have made a real rift. You know, like, these guys were partiers. They were partiers, but when you're dealing with a heroin addict, it's a different level, you know?
Sure.
So,
a new level.
We've all been there.
I'll say it again. A new level. Everybody, the great Rich Giambertone. Get me the Giambertones. We thank you so much for coming on, man, and we really appreciate it.
What a nice little surprise there, Richie.
Yeah, good time, boys.
Dude, if you got nothing to do, December 23rd, hit us up, bro. We would love to see you. Come down, party. We're playing a Pantera set. We'll see how we can do.
All right.
We want your critique on that one, too.
Yeah, I'll give you that one big time.
All right, brother. We love you.
All right. See you guys.
Be good.
Later.
The great Rich Giambertone.
Richie.
The only thing.
Slamming drummer in his own right.
Fucking great drummer.
Yeah.
What a great drummer.
Yep.
And we love playing with him. And we at drums, I said. And we love playing reunion shows that we do for our little band from back in the day. And I know he's a huge Pantera fan. So the question is, who does Archie have it next?
Dude, this is like the fucking Royal Rumble. Like fucking new wrestler coming in. Fucking.
Ladies and gentlemen, big friend of the show.
Oh, God.
I wish the names didn't come up first.
This is like a fucked up Royal Rumble.
Ladies and gentlemen, friend of the show, comedian, very funny guy, Sean Morton. What's up, Sean?
Hi, sweetheart. How are you?
Hey. What's going on?
What's up, bitch?
Oh, nothing much.
Are you getting beat up so far tonight?
No, I'm holding my own, like doing the fucking rope-a-dope. I'm doing the rope of Archie.
So I wanted to just get some guys in here that are big Pantera fans, as Rocky is, and I know you, and we just had Rich, our old drummer, on.
Okay.
And we'd love to get takes on this, because this is a monumental metal event that just happened.
Oh yeah, big
and
time.
He's gonna have 5 minutes alone with Not These Two Fucking Guys podcast. Sean, did you get to watch the set? Did you watch any of the songs?
I saw 4 of the songs.
Okay. What's your opinion?
I am on the fence.
Okay. Why are you on the fence?
Now, I'm on the fence because in a good way and a bad way. So on a good way is that I'm very surprised what Charlie Benante's playing. He would not have been my first pick to be the drummer.
Okay.
I would have went Lombardo personally.
Yeah.
But now that I heard him, I'm like, wow, that really does come close to Vinnie's sound. I dig that. Zach's sound is throwing me off, I think.
Gotcha.
I think he's just tuned down a little too much. I think he's in BLS tuning. He's got to be in Pantera tuning. And that's the problem. I
don't know what tuning he's in, obviously, but maybe he might be in a lower tuning for Phil, the Thrill.
That's what I think.
Yeah.
Phil sounds decent.
I thought
when Phil and his band was opening for Slayer on the farewell tour, everybody was like, Phil sounds great, but it's just not Pantera behind it.
Yeah.
So now he's got Rex, he's got the other 2 guys, but he sounds pretty decent. And Rex is awesome, but nobody really gives a fuck about the bass player,
That's a recurring theme here.
I thought his hair looked great.
Rex.
His hair looked great. We kind of agree somewhat, or maybe I agree a little more. I wanted Phil to show a little more stage presence. I wanted Zach to be a little more true to Dimebag.
Yeah,
but he killed it though. Like he fucking killed it. Like he's a phenomenal guitar player.
He's ridiculous, and he's where I can pick any one of 3 or 4 drummers who could have filled in for Vinnie. He's the only pick. to fill in for Dime. You can't. I mean, like, look at what's his name, John 5 with Mick Mars. Like, that's a smooth transition placement guitar player, you know. And I think that Dime, the only person who could actually replace him is Zach.
Yeah. Now, would you rather have had a guy that would stay more true to Dime's sound that maybe you didn't hear of, maybe, or I know that guy. Oh, really? He's going to play? Or Zach Wilde, who went in there and killed it?
Zach, because I'll tell you why. When I saw Guns N' Roses for the first time, it was the All-Star Band with Axl, and it was at Roseland. I pushed my fat little body all the way to the front. Now I'm listening to DJ Ashba, who's an amazing guitar player.
Yes,
brilliant guitar player. But I'm like, wow, he really sounds like Slash on this song. And I look up, and he's playing the Les Paul. Okay, and he's playing through the Marshall half stack. Now I idolize Slash. I look up, he has every effect pedal, all the wop, everything is the same.
Yeah.
So no, like he's just going through the motions and duplicating the sound to a T, but it's not the original person. So fuck that. I'd rather have, Zach put a little bit of a spin on his own. And he played great, dude. I mean, he's probably one of the fucking 10 best guitar players on the planet, What
about some of these song choices?
I would throw a couple of those out.
Like, use my third arm.
Yeah.
Yesterday don't mean shit. Is that a staple? Yesterday don't mean shit, though?
Don't mean shit. Yeah, they play. Yeah. They always played that a lot. It's not like it was like one of their huger songs, but
okay. Now, what do you think? All right, so I don't know if you saw this part. So, I felt it because it was filmed by a fan, and it was in Mexico. Pantera, Pantera, Pantera. They're screaming. So at number 11, they played Cemetery Gates. Now they didn't play it. It was a recording of Cemetery Gates of the entire slow intro, and they did a little tribute on the screen.
The video tribute.
And then no. So the place goes, and then all of a sudden, Planet Caravan.
Yep.
Now, our last podcast together, Planet Caravan was one of my fucking cover choices. Love it.
That.
But it went from like, I thought something was going to happen. It was like, but I was like, damn, thank you for playing this song live, because I thought Phil sounded very good on this song. Very good he sounded.
I thought he was solid. Every video that I saw, I thought he was solid, and I liked that they were ending with the Domination Hollow mix.
What is that, Rock?
What's
Domination Hollow. What is that? Is a hollow what?
Domination is a song that we're playing on the 23rd.
Yeah, thanks, jerk off. But
we can't wait. I'm gonna be right in the.
They start off with the end part, the dun 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 dun.
Yeah.
The part you don't know how to play yet. That part.
Yes.
They start off with that, and then they go into
such a cunt.
Hollow.
I know it's 2 open strings. It's really hard to remember.
I'll learn it. I like how they just came out with a new level, bro. That was pretty dope.
You have to open with that.
Yeah.
That or like Mouth for War. That's only 2 songs you could really open with.
Yeah, tell me one of the best times at any concert is the anticipation, fucking like a minute before the band goes on, and it's just like the intro is winding down, and especially this when they play a new level and the fucking the banner drops, the fucking smoke.
What are you guys opening with?
Mouth for War.
Good pick.
No, we're not.
I thought that's what Tim said.
Fucking Hostile we're opening up with.
That's what I meant. Fucking Hostile.
You're such a dope.
Just so you know, I know every word to every Pantera song. So after the first 30 seconds when he gasses out and passes out because he's drunk already, I'll be right in the front. Don't worry.
I'll need you. I will fucking need you.
You better pull him up for Domination.
Yeah. Right on.
Sean.
Yeah.
Anything on the horizon? You did a couple shows.
Big things on the horizon, man. Big things on the horizon. 2023 is shaping up big time already, so that's good. And,
booking some clubs, booking some shows, some private shows,
some better shows, and I think we're finally going to tape our first hour special.
Really?
Nice.
April or May, I think.
Oh, please let us know. So
absolutely.
we could, if we have something to do that day, we'll just do that.
Please let us know. So RG will pretend that he might want to come, and then they can't get a fucking babysitter. And
oh, I got the kids, bro. I was gonna go, and then what? This one's puking, this one's I can't leave the house. Damn, piece of shit.
Well, let me just mark those excuses off that I can't fucking do. No, we're definitely going. We'll definitely be there, bro. You need
man. Maybe we'll do like a combo thing. I'll tape the special, and then maybe we'll have a couple bands play afterwards.
That'd be dope.
Cool. Might do that depending on the location.
What you should do is fucking sit in with each band and do a song because you're the fucking guest of honor that night.
I could do that too. I can call it Shawnapalooza.
Nice.
Or Shawntopia.
Shawntopia. I love it.
Yeah, dude, you got to come up and sing some songs with us on the 23rd.
I might. You never know.
It should be good, bro. I hope they have a nice little crowd, and
it's gonna be packed as fuck, dude.
I fucking hope so.
Every year, that metal show Christmas is completely blown out.
Have you been to one before?
A couple of years ago, I think I went. Yeah, okay. It was a couple of years ago.
I've never been to one.
They're fun.
Every year, I'm like, I'm going. Every year, and then I'm like, oh, bro, I got
this. Kids are sick.
Get over here.
Well, this year it's going to happen. And Sean, we're going to see you there. We love you. SeanMortonComedy.com. Did I get that right?
You got it.
We love you, bro. Thank you for coming in, man. We really appreciate
Anytime. You know it.
See you soon, brother. Thank you.
Later, guys.
Man, oh man, what a night. What a night this is. I tell you having fun?
You're like the fucking ringmaster.
I tell you what, dude. I love having guests. We love Sean. Sean's a fucking great comedian. We'll definitely blast his special out. Tell people to go.
Yeah. I can't wait for that. I'm excited for him to do that.
It sounds like people kind of have the same type of feel so far. I mean, it's only two metal fans, and I mean, what do you think so far?
Let's plug some of Sean's stuff. You said SeanMortonComedy.com.
Yes.
On youtube.com/Sean Morton, SeanMorton.
Yes.
On the IG, Sean Morton Comic, and on the old Facebook, he's a good follow, Sean Morton. Always pumping out funny shit.
He is, though. He's a piece of shit. What a great guy. If there is a saying that you always say about me, not that one.
The only thing I could depend on you for is to let me down.
So our next guest, ladies and gentlemen, when he turns his mic on.
Got it. Can you hear me?
Hey!
I'm in.
There he is.
Ladies and gentlemen, everybody out there, I just want to let you guys know that we have a real good friend of ours. Not only is he a really good friend of ours, he's a fucking sick guitar player. And he will be jamming the fuck out with us December 23rd at Dingbats. He's part of our band War for the Crown. Everybody give a warm welcome to Tim Allen. Yeah.
Not the Tool Man.
And it says that on the t-shirt.
That's it, man. I got to get me a cool background.
Well, I'll tell you what, buddy. We appreciate, even though we saw you last night for rehearsal, we appreciate, you actually look real good too. We appreciate you coming on. And we know that if there's anybody that we know, a bigger Pantera fan than you are, and thank God we had. Oh, look at that fucking axe. He's showing, right? Everybody who can't see us, he's showing the dime guitar.
I did. I got the Razorback ready today. I got my strings coming because I'm going to switch. I think I'm going to switch on and off for this show because that Mouth for War makes me nervous, man. I'm going to pop a string, so I'm going to I want to get this one going. So I was going to initially not use it. I was going to, but I'm doing it. So
all right, man. Well, we called
the Floyd Rose.
We called upon you for a for an opinion, my friend.
You're gonna get a different perspective. I have a funny feeling there, Jason.
I bet you will.
So far we had on Rich Giambertone.
I know Rich.
We had Sean Morton.
Sean's a funny guy.
Batting third is Tim Allen.
I told Tim, I feel like this is like the fucking Royal Rumble.
This would be the home run hit right here.
3, 2, 1, here comes Tim.
Tim, you got 5 minutes alone with Not These Two Fucking Guys podcast.
Well, I first of all, I'm very curious to hear what everybody has to say, Sean especially. So I will. You got to let me know when this is going to be on because I'm going to watch it. All right. I'm not going to take anything away from Zakk Wylde. You know, he's a great, phenomenal guitar player. As long as he's not playing in Pantera. And,
Jesus.
Hot take.
Here's the thing. I knew this going into it. You know, this was going to be Pantera featuring Zakk Wylde. It was going to be not what I was personally going to like. You know, it's kind of like Star Wars and Pantera are now the same thing. Sorry you missed it when it was good, but let's not do this again. You know,
Timmy's on fire.
Yeah. So, you know, it's got nothing to do with the secret war I have going inside my own head, you know. But I just looked at it like, you know, it says Pantera at the top there. So try to do a better job than that when it comes to trying to keep those solos going. Listen, I'm not going to play them the way perfectly. You know what I mean? Nobody's going to.
Yes.
You know, it's just not going to happen. That's why you should have just left well enough alone. But since in this day and age we don't do that anymore, it was what it was. You know, so it's like I could tell you how many times I've seen them. And I'm going to keep that in my head, and I'm going to try, you know, on this show is going to be my thing to him because, you know, like, listen, I was in 4th grade. I went to go see Bon Jovi play. Okay. Mm-hmm. Richie Sambora was my first. Oh, man, this is awesome. Then came Mick Mars. We can get heavy here. Then comes Dave Mustaine. All right. And then came the king of all. His book. I'm reading his book again for the 15th time.
It's Blacktooth Grin, his book.
Yes, I have the book, and I read it every December because we all know what happened in December, you know? So, I mean, like, you know, I might be a little bit more of an extreme because you're talking about my main influence of the guitar playing that I play now.
Gotcha.
Okay. You know, I've had like, you know, I just pretty much listed them. It was like my Mount Rushmore would be Richie Sambora, Dave Mustaine, Mick Mars, and Dimebag for all different reasons. But, you know, he was the one that I just wanted to really emulate when it came to, all right, this is what I want to do. And I think there's a lot of people like me who who went to see them for that reason. Your band is 4 guys, and I get it. You know, now you have 2 of the 4 guys.
Yeah.
Okay. You have the 2 guys who started it, not even around anymore. You know, so I just feel like it's a watered down, half-assed version of what it was. And, you know, there was a lot of people, getting back to my original point, that went to see them for the guitar playing. Mm-hmm. So, you know, it could have been a little bit more his thing. See, another thing with Zakk is he's very established. He's got his style. He's got his thing. He's a great guitar player in his own right. I mean, he does things that blow me away. He even, I could even say that he does things better than Dime would in certain situations, but Zakk is not the guitar player of Pantera.
So what I noticed is that he had, because I thought for some reason he was going to use a little more of his gear and stuff from what I read with the old the guitar tech, but I kind of heard Zack's chorus flangers, like I heard his sound.
Yeah, listen, dude, I didn't watch much of it.
I watched the entire set today, start to finish.
How do you play any Pantera song without a fucking whammy bar? It blows my mind. It just does.
Did he not have one?
No. Not that listen, I didn't watch the whole thing. Okay. I didn't watch the whole thing. I watched like clips of it here and there just because, like, I mean, how can I not? It pops up on my algorithm, of course, because I have so much Pantera backing tracks on my YouTube. So, it pops up immediately. And I can't not watch it because I wanted to see what it was about. But I knew it right away. And I was like, okay, this is exactly what I thought it was going to be. A half-ass version of Zakk Wylde and Pantera,
So let me ask you this question there, Tim. What would have made it okay for you? Like, what would they have had to have done? Like, what would Zakk have had to have done to make it like, all right, I wasn't for this, but all right, yeah.
Okay, if it had to happen, okay, then if he tried to stick a little bit more for people like me, because listen, I ain't the only one. I guarantee I'm not. Who are guitar players who liked Pantera mainly because of the guitar playing.
Sure.
If he tried to stick a little bit closer to what is going on in those leads, because I pay a lot of attention to him because of what is going on there. But I felt like he would touch on parts here and there, but then he was just being Zakk Wylde. And I'm obviously not slamming him. I got his wah. His wah's great. I got that wah over the dime wah. Okay. Things like that. I mean, he in his own right, he's an amazing guitar player, but I don't know. I think that maybe if they had, especially in preparing for this, I've watched a lot of people on YouTube that do amazing jobs of him, covering their leads and things like that. You could almost say you could pluck somebody out to do it, but then you run to the point of like, how would that work and things like that. I think it's just, sorry you missed it. You know what I mean? But it's over now. You know what I mean? I think
over, Johnny.
What my mindset is on the whole situation.
I think for them to have not total fan backlash, they had to kind of get two guys, especially like Zakk, because of how his relationship with Dime, and Charlie Benazzi, like close with the band. I think they had to get guys that had some connection to the brothers at some point, or else people, because I'll tell you, I want to say 2013. 2014 maybe ish, when Phil was doing the Phil in the Illegals thing.
That was horrendous.
No. But let me tell you this. This was when they had their original guitar player Marzi Montazeri, and they did. This is before they did the whole set of their covers. Like Marzi, he knew Dime, and they were like whatever. He sounded to me the most like Dime that I've heard. So if you go back and watch those YouTubes, it was from 2012, 13, or 14, and they played maybe one or two Pantera songs in the set, maybe one or two Pantera covers. And to me, his style, he was mimicking what Dime did. So
okay, so
and on the other side of the coin here, did the drumming? What did anybody think of the drumming? Did anybody
fucking phenomenal?
Drumming?
Fucking
I thought it was
phenomenal.
really good. I thought it was really good.
Yeah. Now I'm going to say honestly, I didn't have any issues with the drumming. Okay, but I don't know if that's because maybe if you get some serious drummer in there that was big in Vinnie Paul, would have been like, oh. But from what I heard, it sounded pretty good to me. But that I'm just saying that to give you the flip side of the coin of I know that I'm more cynical about it. Number one, because of of my how I looked to him as a guitar player, and also too the fact that I am a guitar player looking at Pantera mostly for that reason. Where maybe if you have I would say that 75, maybe 80, maybe even 90 of your casual fan who doesn't even play an instrument is not even going to care that this is happening or even going to realize all this nitpicking shit that I'm doing. You know what I mean?
Well, but I think I'm sorry. I don't mean to cut you off.
Go ahead.
I think it's Pantera is so there's probably they're more the exception than the rule where a lot of bands they have great guitar players and whatever, but Dime was arguably just as big, if not bigger than Phil, right? And you don't get a lot of bands where a different member is either more popular or the focal point of the band. So that's where I think Pantera is a lot different and where it will be more noticeable.
Yeah,
that the guitar player filling in for him wouldn't be exactly like him. That's all.
Right.
Do you think now? Do you think Van Halen could go back out and tour? No.
See, absolutely not. And let me give you another example. I never thought Def Leppard was as good as they were when Steve Clark was alive. Okay, and like if you took the guitar player when they had Phil Collins and Steve Clark together was the best version of Def Leppard, and there was a reason why after Hysteria they kind of went a little bit down. You know what I mean? He was big, the songwriting, his style. It was like that. And I look at that stuff as a guitar player. It's like sometimes I see on YouTube, they'll have, for Megadeth, okay, which guitar player played it better? And they'll have like the Tornado Soul solo, and they'll have Marty Friedman, and then the guy after him, Chris Project, and the guy after him, Kiko, I don't remember his last name, okay?
Lorero.
Okay, now, they'll say who did it better. And I really want to just take my fist and smash the computer because how can you not say Marty Friedman wrote it? It's his solo. He obviously was. Come on, who did it better? You know what I mean? Because so I look at things like that because I'm a guitar player. You know what I mean? So I think it makes a big difference, especially in the rock metal genre. A guitar player is very important to the band. It's like, well, we played with Rat, man. Did I know that Warren DeMartini wasn't there? Yes, I did. I mean, did it? I listened to it. It was all right. You know what I mean? Yeah. But like, I knew he was missing.
Sure.
Things like that. And it's funny because even if you watch videos with Vinnie Paul, and he was dead against it, and and he was saying like, you have a lot of these reunion shows and you have like one or two guys that are original to the band walking around. And, there's a reason why those four guys made the greatest albums. And now those four guys are not here to make the greatest album. So you're not going to have it. You're not going to have it.
There's going to be a time in January that Rocky and I are going to say, hey, man, I'm just letting you know, we're going to go see them. So if you want
to I'll say, I'll watch a DVD on my couch, 1994
of The Sopranos.
Yeah, The Sopranos, and then after The Sopranos, I'll watch a 1994 DVD of Pantera playing somewhere.
Before we let you go, we just want to let you know your buddy Shawnee was. He said he watched about 4 or 5 songs. He said Charlie Benanti was awesome. And he said Zach was he gave his whole like Zach was Zach.
Yeah.
He said Phil sounded pretty good. I think he was munching on an ice pop, right?
Yeah.
He was munching on an ice pop.
I'm having my chamomile tea now because it's dinner time. I'm a metal dad. Yesterday I was all about jamming Pantera, and then today I was all about the parent-teacher conference.
There you go.
Yep.
Everybody out there. Me, Rocco, Tim, who's on with us right now. We are playing December 23rd, Dingbats, Clifton, that metal show annual holiday blast with that metal. I didn't even drink that metal show annual holiday bash. Eddie Trunkton, Jameson, Jim Florentine, us, War for the Crown, playing a 45-minute Pantera set.
And I'm doing my best to put my money where my mouth is today.
Yeah.
And that's the same thing I say about Rocco's sister.
There you go. They say, wow, that guy Tim came in talking all kinds of shit, and he really do.
So anybody out there in the air...
Wait, Tim, we're actually sending a copy of our set to Zach Wilde. He's going to critique how you play.
Listen, I told you, my goal is to have them guys from that metal show say, who did it better, Zach Wilde or that other kid from New Jersey?
Dude, as my mom would say, from your mouth to God's ears, I fucking hope that somebody says something about you.
Well, thank you, Arch. I appreciate it. But you know what? See, we're going to go in it as a whole. And see, now, if they did this, and I can leave off with this. If they did this and called it, I know that they're saying this is a Pantera tribute celebration, whatever, but they're not marketing it like that. We why I feel like we're different is, and obviously we don't have any of the original members coming to do this. I get it. But we're flat out saying, listen, we are War for the Crown. We are an original band from New Jersey, but we're going to, for 45 minutes on December 23rd, we're going to try pretty fucking hard to pretend that we're Pantera. You know what I mean?
Well said.
And if they did that, it just would have been a little, well, I say they, but I'm really more just aggravated at Zach, but if he did that, come on. I'm practicing my ass off, and I don't do this for a living. You know what I mean?
Well, so if there's anybody out there in the area, please come down and check us out, because I want to hear your opinion. Come up to us after the show. Come up to us during the show while we're playing. Grab Rocky's dick. No, wrong. Incorrect. Tim, thank you so much for coming on, bro. We really appreciate it. We knew you had an opinion about this, and it was a good time. And
yeah, buddy.
Awesome. Thanks for having me, guys, and I will see you soon. We'll be playing again.
You got it, brother.
All right, dudes.
Peace.
Later.
Rocco. Yeah, there's he definitely passionate about his
listen, he back. So people that want to just hate on it. All right. Tim's backing it up with what his opinion on this is why I feel this way, and this is why I feel this way.
Yeah.
There you go. Perfect.
And that's it. And you can't help what people think and what they love. All right, fuck it. I wasn't gonna do it, but I got one more guest.
Here we go.
One more. Now, this guest is near and dear to our hearts, but especially mine. We're going to see where this goes. you know Lala, right?
Oh, yeah.
Let's see how this is going to pan out.
Hold on. Are you guys in the same room?
No, this is so silly. All I want to do is finish working and finish Grey's Anatomy. That's it. That's all I want to do.
Ladies and gentlemen, everyone out there listening,
we're going to play a much, not in the same galaxy, much better half.
My wife, my doll face. Lisa. All right. Well, I'm glad that you are not coming on with any video, because why would you do that?
What, is that part of it?
Well, definitely our most comical guest.
Hey, listen, 10 seconds in, she's fucking funnier than you've been in 20 episodes.
If I show you my video now, all you're going to see is the messy playroom, my messy hair, and my eyeliner down to like my cheeks. So it's better off this way.
Wait, you guys are not in the same room?
You're dressing as Kiss?
Yeah. Isn't that what we're talking about today?
So you guys, just to set the stage for people at home, you guys are one room apart.
We are one room apart.
Yeah, I can hear him through the wall.
I can feel her through the wall. That's how much my love carries through sheetrock. My love carries through sheetrock.
As a matter of fact, I kind of need to walk in and get my computer charger.
This is not how it's supposed to go. This is just not how it's supposed to go.
What would you like to hear, my darling?
All right. So now, the reason why I called upon you is because I know that you are, or once was, or still have it in you, a metalhead.
So I changed. So you're telling me I'm different.
No, not different, just better. So
metalheads are not good, or me as a metalhead is not good. Just so I understand where I am in your life. In this,
why do you think she's not anymore? Like what? Like,
Rock, I was going to call you for a life preserver, and you're sticking your foot on my head.
Is it because my life is filled with Coco Melon and I now sing Taylor Swift when I'm getting ready for work in the morning? Is that why?
Those aren't credentials you're supposed to throw out on this podcast.
I know. I understand that. But with 2 children, how could you not?
True. But I know that deep down inside, you love metal.
I do.
So
I do. I still do. I still do. I still got some kind of street
cred. You can't just turn it off. You can't turn it off.
You definitely can't.
So I wanted a different perspective, an outside perspective on So we had Rich, who you've met, a drummer. He's a Pantera fan. We had Sean Morton, the comedian.
Right.
And we had Tim.
Okay.
And boy, oh boy, Tim's opinion wasn't too good.
Oh boy.
Now, Tim doesn't realize that the Zoom call shut off, and he's like, and furthermore.
He's like really pissed. Like he probably worked himself up so much. He's like punching walls right now, like ready to get kicked out of his house.
Yeah, pretty much.
You guys just ruined his life, by the way.
I would say there's a good 60% chance we're going to get sued by the Pantera Tribute Act.
Yes.
Oh my god. That's right.
He was very upset with Zakk Wylde.
How? Like I know.
Right, so
I am not a musician, so I guess from a non-musician standpoint, maybe I can see why. But as a non-musician, listening to what Zakk Wylde just does amazing things no matter what. Like, how could you ever be mad at the way he plays or what he's doing in Pantera 22?
I agree.
How do you feel about whatever you watched? I know you watched some today, but what Charlie Benanti drums? I know one of your favorite musicians is Dave Lombardo, so I know you like. I know you're into the drums. So what do you think about Charlie Benanti behind the kit? You got 5 minutes alone with Not These Two Fucking Guys podcast.
I mean, I don't have anything bad to say. I think it sounded awesome, but I will say, first one I heard was Mouth of War.
Okay.
And it's almost like I got like transported back to the 90s, and I was not lucky enough to see Pantera when they were around between like 90 something and 2000, I think was the last show.
Yeah,
right?
we just talked about it. 2001, didn't you say?
2001, yep.
2001. All right. I wasn't lucky enough to see them then. Mm-hmm. So for me watching that video, it literally felt like I was back in the 90s, like back listening to them, not live, but just hearing them for like, not the first time, but just being like, wow, this is pretty cool.
Yeah.
And Zakk Wylde, I don't care what anybody says. Like, we've seen them. The three of us have seen him in Black Label, right? Like, he just blows me away every time. Like, didn't he play the national anthem on his teeth? Like, obviously, this is not the same thing, but like that guy could just do amazing things. Like, I think that if Pantera was going to come back 22 years later.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
If they were going to come back 22 years later, they couldn't have picked a better lineup to play with them. Honest opinion.
I totally agree, and I think that they absolutely nailed it. And I'm going to take it a step further. I'm glad that Tim's not on anymore, because I'm going to hear this, and half the people may totally shit on this, but I would like to see them fucking write a tune or two. I really would.
That would be interesting.
I want to see what a Pantera song would sound like now. And I know obviously it's not the brothers, but these guys, dude, they had love for them. They love this band. And Arch, to your point of Phil maybe not showing as much stage presence and stuff, I think as these guys together play more shows, I think you'll see it loosen up more.
Yeah.
So by the time me, my lovely better half, you, and some of our friends go to see Pantera August 4th, I think it is.
Yes.
Do you think he's going to be fucking like
ready? Ready. He sounded so. The other thing that I have to mention that I did see, and it's along these lines. Phil's mid to late 50s right now.
I would say he's probably like 54, 55 at this point.
He sounded so good. Yeah. Like so good.
He did.
Is it just me?
No,
He sounded amazing.
He's been taking care of himself. So
like better than any of his other bands, I think. Like better than he sounded in Superjoint, better than he sounded in any other post Pantera band. Rocky, that probably pisses you off because you love him so much, but that's how I felt watching those few songs from that Mexico show that I saw.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you, I've always obviously liked his performances in Down. I love Down, but these just having to learn and playing these songs, I know how tough they are. And for this style where it like can blow your voice out in like 2 songs, he really sounded fantastic. And I don't, not to be too much of a fanboy, but I agree with you, Lee.
Yeah. So one thing I have to disagree with you on though, Rock, I don't know if I want to hear new songs from them. Yeah. I hear you. I hear what you're saying, but I did take a look at the full set list since I didn't get to hear the whole concert. I don't know, man. Like they played all of those like awesome songs from the 90s. I don't know if I want to hear anything else.
Yeah, maybe it's better off just what it was, but I don't know, man. I feel I did feel I don't know. I guess I was very hyped to see the first time like the 4 of them on stage together, and I was like, all right, good energy.
Yeah, it would be cool to hear what they would come out with, though. It would definitely be cool to hear what they would come out with. Would it sound like Pantera if everybody has their own spin on it now and they're not just like duplicating or replicating the songs? Probably not. It would be a completely different band, but it would be cool. On August 4th, when we go see it, I don't want to hear it. I just want to hear these songs.
December 6th, tonight. They're playing right now.
Where are they now?
Monterrey Metal Fest, Monterrey, Mexico.
All right, so they're making the Mexico circuit.
Yeah. Then they go to Colombia, Chile, Brazil, 2023, Bulgaria, Romania, Hungary, fucking Germany, Poland, Finland, and so they're not coming. And then so they go all the way through Europe, Rocco, and then they go from Italy. They come home, get a fucking breather, grab a ham sandwich, and then their first fucking show is August 4th, MetLife.
Oh, damn.
And their very first show in the States. We're going to see. We got to get fucking tickets. We got to get fucking tickets. And that's opening for Metallica.
When are they on sale?
January.
Well, the pre-sale happened, but
yeah. Well, I don't know if you got the 2 already. I didn't go. I'm not going to 2 shows. So I'm just going to what you'll call it. We're just going
August
to the
4th. That's it. Yeah. August 4th.
And I'm kind of excited for Mammoth VH. That's another thing. Anyway, I was really impressed, and I wanted a little more out of Phil. I know I said this before, but I understand he's got some neck issues, back issues.
But what did you want him to do? Like run around on stage and go nuts and hang off shit and like?
No.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did.
No,
that's what you wanted.
No,
I don't even care. Honestly,
that's incorrect.
Rock, because Jay and I, we sat here talking about it the other night too, when we were in the same room, not when we were in separate rooms like now.
We're in separate
the other side of the wall. I got something to talk to you about.
Lisa,
that's all the way we communicate.
We're in separate studios, not room.
Yeah.
Yeah. And like we were watching a video and he kind of said the same thing. And he was like, he's not moving. He's not doing anything. But does he need to? Like that, if you saw that crowd, like they're going absolutely bananas. Like he doesn't even need to. He's not working a crowd. His voice is working the crowd. He doesn't need to hang off shit and go crazy and smash shit. Like he's good.
I was very proud for him and of how good he sounded. because listen, that's half the battle. Because people are gonna shit on the reunion that just don't, that were, either don't like Phil or were obviously like against, playing without Diamond Vinnie. But I think Phil had to sound fantastic for this to even be like a thing. And I think he knocked it. I think, listen, first show knocked it out of the park.
Well, yeah, absolutely. Hopefully by the time they come here, though, his voice doesn't get blown out and we get to hear it. Hopefully they just get better because, like you said, they loosen up and they're all like really ready. I think it's going to be awesome.
Totally agree.
Well, thank you so much. For
my lovely insights. Can I come and get my charger now?
From the bottom of our H's, we appreciate so much coming on.
She's like, a separate note. I need to see you in the living room. I mean, Studio 2 when you're done with this.
Ladies and gentlemen,
I'm going into Studio 1 real quick to get my charger.
Ladies and gentlemen, the better half of mine, Lisa. Thank you so much for coming on.
Bye, Lee.
Thanks for having me, guys.
Thank you.
Talk to you soon.
Bye.
Bye.
So that's it, Rock.
This has been Arch, you put together a fantastic episode of
it's a Pantera Party.
It was a Pantera Party. I feel like you threw me a little surprise Pantera Party, and I appreciate that, of people that we love and respect their opinions. And it was good.
All right. I mean, I can't wait. I can smell the parking lot, the beer, the weed.
August 4th, and you're going to take a hot Meadowlands Porta Potty shit.
Oh, God. It's going to be so bad.
A sweat-filled fucking deuce.
Again, everybody out there, December 23rd, Friday night, Dingbats, Clifton, New Jersey, War for the Crown, 45-minute Pantera set. We are going to fucking light that stage on fire. No, seriously, if we don't play well, we're going to light it on fire. No, I'm just joking. We love that place. That's our hometown. That's our home field. Yo, Rock.
Yo.
So I know that we're like December, January, February, 2 months away from our 3-year anniversary. 2-year anniversary.
What are you getting me?
2-year anniversary or 3 years? What are we? 3 years. Yeah, man. How sick is that? But Spotify, just like a lot of artists that you hear out there that's throwing out their little wrap-ups. So we had a nice wrap-up. So from what we are, because we're still in the rebuilding stage, the building stage.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're still building our lineup. But one of the highlights from this rap was, I thought that was pretty cool. We're listened in 6 countries.
Nice.
And now I know there's 100 fucking something countries in the World Cup right now. But there's
only on Spotify though, dude. We're in a lot more countries if you look on the other
correct
back end tool.
Well, right in the back end. But I think it's pretty cool, brother, that we have definitely some supporters out there, and we definitely have people that like to listen to our stupid rants and stupid faces on the screen. No, thank you out there. We appreciate it. And please
spread the word.
Seriously, not these two fucking guys. NTTFGPOD.com. Subscribe. Check us out wherever your podcasts are being played.
If you just heard us shooting the shit with our boys about the mighty Pantera, but most of the bands you listen to wear mascara, don't be scared of, and give them a shot like you gave me and my buddy Arch. Because you just listened to Not These Two Fucking Guys podcast.
We out.